long range. Me and the team on the same thing. Stayed down, never switched up. Only thing changed was the game. I'm in the zone now. Nothing can change what we on now. When I pull up, know it's going down. Foot on the gas, ain't no slowing down.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Clydesdale Media Roundtable. It's lunchtime with the ladies today.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Not much.
Nothing.
The temperature.
The temperature's
temperature.
brutal.
Yeah.
I took Walter for a walk today because I was like, I'm gonna be in the heat all week. Let's go do this. And got halfway down the street and Walter's like, nope, I'm done. Plopped down in the grass and couldn't even tug him up to walk again. So
Sounded like me this morning at the 5:15 class.
I mean, seriously, I've been I've been doing a lot of my workouts this week from home. Well, last week and part of this week. And it's been nice to not race the clock with this heat, just because I'm already working harder, but with the heat, that it's nice to just I'm still getting the work in, but take my intensity down, and it's been nice, but I'm still drained the rest of the day.
well, at least it's summer for you and you get lots of naps.
Yep, I do. And I'm going to have to start easing off my nap schedule because of going back to school.
You're in training now.
Yeah.
Back to school training.
Yep, he's out.
Quick follow-up. Amy, how are the eyes?
Eyes? Perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is amazing to wake up and not have to stab myself in the eye to start my day every day.
And still no readers, right? Like you're fine up close. Had you always been fine up close?
Yeah. Every once in a while, there's something that I'll need a little bit of a reader, but if I'm reading a book or just looking at my phone, no. If there's something small print on my phone, I might need them, but
or just do a little one of these.
Yeah. Yeah, but so far
that must be nice.
Good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, what sucks for me is when I'm in an arena, I can't wear my glasses. I get really sick and lightheaded because of the transition part of the lens.
Oh, yeah.
And when I look down, then it goes into that reader part and everything gets wobbly and And so at Syndicate Crown, I had to take my glasses off, because I was getting sick.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can figure something out in Fort Worth.
It's hard when you're taking pictures too, because I know if I have my contacts in and I'm trying to take a picture, I'm using my short vision, my nearsightedness, which I don't own any. And so I would, it would be blurry, and I'm hoping that it's correct. It's why I started wearing one contact for far.
Yeah.
And then I leave this eye just naked. And so I use this eye, but this is the eye I have to look in the camera at. And I'm right-handed. So it's weird. I have to look on the other side to make sure that I'm getting the shot. It's a hassle. I'd much rather just wear glasses, but then you're on and off, on and off, on and off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's hell getting old.
I know the beauty of it. It's amazing.
It's better than the alternative.
True.
I don't know if you guys have heard the interviews I've been doing with these Masters athletes. I am in just drop jaw awe of these people.
How about the guy the 60 to 65 guy you did just recently, who looks like not a day over 40? What the heck?
And strings 10 ring muscle ups.
I mean, he's going to win, right?
Jerk.
Well, I think he has some other limitations. His goal is just top 10. But he's a former Green Beret Special Forces guy too.
This is his first time at the games? Qualifying?
Yes.
Okay. I'm excited to see him. Yeah. He looks like he's going to crush it.
We had Denise Moore on over the weekend. She was practicing her handstand walks at 65. They're flipping what it means to be old.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So
and one of my coaches, Mark Peters, he's going to be there. Very excited. I had to take him off the schedule for the rest of the month, which I'm very sad about, because now I have to coach 4 mornings a week instead of 3. But I'm glad to do it for the time being.
What division?
I think he's either 60 to 65 or 65 plus. He's right on the cusp there. He'll be mad at me for not knowing, but he's in that grouping. And his gymnastics is great. Like he that's his strength. His top line strength is not his strength. and he'll joke around that he can't do double unders, which he can do double unders, but it's one of those things where it's like, are you having a good day or a bad day?
Yeah, just you're getting by with
I'm not
them.
consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for him. This will be his second games. He was there last year, and I'm glad that he got to do the whole Madison, thing.
Mhm.
And now he gets to experience it a little bit differently. So that'll be cool to see the contrast there.
Yeah, the cool thing with them, or the interesting thing with them, is it's hard to research these people because they don't use social media. They don't have LinkedIn accounts. They don't. So like it's a lot of like an exploratory interview, which is very different style than I'm used to. And it's keeping me on my toes because it's really like asking a question, hearing clues,
Yeah.
and then diving deeper. And like, I didn't know that Mike was a Green Beret until he said it. And then it was,
cool.
let's like dive into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's touch on that.
Yeah, that's cool. The biggest surprise, if you guys remember a couple years ago at the games when I interviewed the female athlete coming off the floor and we talked about deadlift, and I had this question prepared about lifting heavy things, and she's like, yeah, well, my son died last year. That was the heaviest thing I ever had to lift. And I was like, oh, like jaw-dropping question. I was like, oh shit. Like that was like a Barbara Walters moment that I didn't even know was happening. Donna Bruce is her name, and I think she's still in the game. Like, I don't know if she's qualified for the game, but she's still very much into CrossFit, so that was cool. Yeah, when you don't know the details, sometimes it's a little more exciting to interview versus these people that we know so much about already. It's kind of hard to, like, what do you talk about?
Yeah, I'm finding them fascinating, and it's given me like a new sense of excitement meeting all of these people. And the fact that we're going to get to do a behind the scenes with them in Birmingham is going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So excited. So, but before we get to all that master stuff, it's games week. So
just packed my camera bag.
So those who have been able to make it to Dallas have made it. Others have had their flights canceled repeatedly. I guess there's like a little hurricane going on in Florida that's causing some flights to be delayed. Danny Spiegel's on her third shot at making it out of San Diego.
Oh my gosh, so stressful.
So, but it's exciting to see like everybody's Instagrams of this is Fort Worth, this is what Dickies Arena looks like, this is, and then following Dave's Instagram of, hey, the demo team here, they're at the lake, here they're running the track. So how excited are you guys for this?
I can't wait. Like I am so excited now about this new venue and excited just to see what it's going to look like. And I think it'll be interesting for us to compare notes since you guys will be there. And then just for, me and Charlie can, be watching it on the stream and then kind of compare notes, what it looks like from both points of view.
Yeah. And for me, it's been 2 years since I've been to any event, I think. Like it's been a while. I'm out of practice, so I cannot wait to just see all my friends and just be in that atmosphere. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm anxious to see what it's like because, a lot of our friends came from the volunteer world, but it's going to be way less of a crew. There's only elite teams. You don't need the staff you need for like the big festival. So it's going to be interesting to see who even made it there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be busy, even though it's fewer judges, but fewer events. I think they're going to be taxed for sure. I'm already following like a bunch of them on Instagram, and they've already gone out to dinner a few times and are going shopping. And I did hear the humidity is no joke. So like get a good look at this pretty hairstyle because it ain't happening next weekend.
Nope.
I don't know what I'll be wearing a baseball hat or something.
Yeah. The humidity. So the best post I saw was Emily Rolfe posting her out in the sun, enjoying the heat, and Kyle in complete misery in the shade. And she's like, one of us likes the heat.
Yes.
So I think that's going to be interesting as well. A couple big things that happened. Zeus was erected into the arena yesterday, which I know that the ceilings are high and I know it's possible, but this is this big outdoor rig with the big tall rope climbs and all and here it's going to be indoors.
So cool.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
Their demo team were trying clean ladders.
Yes, saw that.
They went out to the lake. It looked like they tested the team paddleboard event, which actually had paddles. They did it for people on the big, massive paddleboard, knees and paddling.
Mm.
That looked fun. I don't know if you saw that. Wait, it's Kat that's supposed to sneeze, not you.
Sorry.
You went off script.
No, sorry.
Dave did the swim run with the run swim with the demo team. And did you hear the humble brag?
No, what?
Yeah, and Chase did it too. But yeah, I heard it.
Yeah,
Chase
did it too. Yeah, he was like, yeah, the fastest was 42, slowest was 51. I went 49. So just telling everybody that he was not.
He still got it.
Yeah. How about this comment? I'm curious about the demo team wearing anything but Go Ruck.
I bet you once we get there and it becomes the production, they're wearing Go Ruck.
Yeah, they're probably in their own stuff right now. They're probably still doing posts for their sponsors and everything else.
The other thing is the athletes are just checking in now, and Go Ruck probably doesn't want to release what all the uniforms look like until the athletes get to go through that process.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. One of these years, Scott, we need to go early and be there for athlete check-in. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm not confident we would have had access.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe as we, gain fortune, we could, stay in the good graces and maybe get that sometime. One day when I don't have to cover gym hours, I want to, spend like a whole week at the games and do like the whole thing. And not, because as it stands right now, I'm not getting there until like Thursday afternoon, and it's totally stressing me out because I'm like missing 2 events, maybe 3.
Yeah, my guess is, so I'm getting there tomorrow afternoon. I think I get in at like 1:30, something like that, in Dallas, and then I have to go out to Fort Worth. I'll get my media stuff, and then I don't think I'm going to go unless we can get finish line access to the run swim. I think it's pointless to go just sit on the run course and see 3 seconds of an event
whizzing by. Yeah, I agree.
But if I can get like finish line access, I'll go check that out, because you would be able to see them swim in, finish, and all that. So
yeah, I'm thinking I'll get to see the last event on Thursday, and that's it, assuming I can even get my credentials that late.
Yeah, they put the schedule out, right?
Yeah,
they did.
There's nothing. I think I had to send a note to Chris to ask him like when I could get my credentials, or if you could get them for me, because I'm not going to be there until like Thursday afternoon. He just said just reach out to him or Laura, and they'd figure something out.
Okay. What else has happened this week? That just before we went on air, we saw Dave Castro
sewing
the sewing machine to fix Brookwell's top. So he's working hard with that. They did flip the Friday night Farrington Field event. Instead of it being sprint, rest, run, 1600, it's 1600 rest, sprint.
Yeah, I called that actually.
And they gave more details of the sprint. It's sprint, then sprint with bag, then sprint with bag.
Yeah, and I think that changes the whole event too, right? Because you can't try to PR your mile. I mean, you could, but you don't want to.
But I think it's cool that we do get to see fresh legs on the mile.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That it's not.
I'm happy about it.
Sydney, if the times are correct, running a 5:36 is pretty freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now I bet you that time, if that truly was her time, I bet you that stands with her track experience.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be exciting. I think the mile is going to be kind of an exciting thing, and it does look like it's a group start. So, which will be pretty fun. So I think that's really like all the news that's kind of broke. They didn't announce that one workout with the 50 deadlifts, 50 or the 5 rope climbs, 50 ski erg,
GHD.
Yeah, and then back.
Yep.
And it's 25 rope climbs. That's
That's
it's a big workout. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if it's Zeus, it could be over 15 feet. I mean, right? Because they're like 20 feet.
That could be
right?
nasty. Yeah. Do we know? Do we know from what vantage point we, with media access, will be able to watch inside?
So if you look at the media guide, there's a row, like a front row, on the side, one side, that those seats are for media.
Okay.
So there's no pit this year. There's just like a row of seats.
And I'm hoping that we don't have to sit in line and wait and get a
ticket
stub and have to go to the seat. Like, hopefully someone will just be there making sure.
What would be really
cool we say we are.
if we got an assigned seat for the weekend?
Yeah, that would be nice too.
Right.
Yeah,
if they've reduced down the media team to this, then you all
they
get
should have a seat for everyone.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that will happen. Yeah, maybe we'll do that when we check in. That would be really cool. I know that the crew that, like my boyfriend's coming with me, his first CrossFit thing.
Is he excited?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to wear like cool clothes though, because like he doesn't wear CrossFit stuff. You know, he just wears like cargo shorts, and he's a big Under Armour guy. So he does have 2 pair of Lululemon shorts, so I'm hoping that he'll bring those. I told him we're going to get him a pair of CrossFit shoes because the Skechers are not going to cut it for the weekend.
Yeah.
But he's sitting with my friends from CrossFit Equity, Paul Palmer. Remember Paul, the guy I was coaching, the 60 to 65 athlete that went to MXC or Legends rather. He got a bunch of tickets for everybody, and he had an extra one. So Mike will be able to go with them, and they're like 4th row finish line seats. So they're probably better seats than me. But he'll be with that crew. I think there's like 8 of them. Which is cool because we can hang out outside together, and then when we go in, he'll have a place to go, I'll have a place to go, and then we can meet up later. But I'm excited.
Jody Lynn says, apparently, if you shave your head and appear bald, you'll be given all the credentials. Well, I heard that Sean Woodland didn't get any.
Really? Did he try to get some?
I don't.
Oh, drama right there.
Yeah. Well, he's not announcing the games for the first time since 20.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying if he had tried to get access, though, because I mean, they still have Talking Elite Fitness is still their podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know who's calling the games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chase and Adrian.
Okay, and that's it. Who's the floor? Who's on the floor?
Mike Arsenault is the on the field guy.
Okay.
He's
not
awful.
there either, right? He's great. Yep.
So I think that's the team. I don't know if there's like a B team because there is no, it's a reduced.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no age group or teens to break to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and there are built-in breaks. If you didn't see the schedule, Barbell Spin did an awesome job making it a one-sheeter. That's just like start times of every event and break times.
Yes.
And I'm going to print that off, I think, and laminate it to take with me.
Great idea.
Because you know what it's like being there, guys. Like,
yeah,
caught up in the chaos. You're like, when's the next event? When's the first heat? When blah.
Yeah.
And you're just like
Right.
scrambling.
Yeah. I love it.
Corey said
Really excited.
he's on the standby list for play-by-play.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's
Solid
doing the foreign
choice.
language broadcast for the Cajuns.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah. Speaking of spin, if you have not done it, he did a really cool post of athletes' first appearance at the games side by side with their most recent photo.
Cute.
It is amazing how young some of those athletes look. Vellner and Cole Sager is almost unrecognizable.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
it cracks me up every time. Like when I think about baby Vellner, and I think about him on the cargo net in 2017.
Do you guys remember? I was at the regional when Pat Vellner tore his bicep, and he still finished and qualified for. I think that may have even been his second games. I don't know if it was second or his first, but he was sitting. Him and his girlfriend and his parents were sitting behind us at a restaurant, and we met him. While he was all recovering or whatever from his injury. And I remember the funny story is, and I've told this before, we thought his name was Matt Vellner because we were live. So we weren't like watching the feed or like seeing it on any kind of media. And, it's like, Patrick Vellner, and we thought his name was Matt Vellner. So we were calling him Matt Vellner the whole time. And we went to the restaurant and I'm like, guys, it's Matt Vellner.
Good old Matt Vellner.
It's funny because every time I see Patrick, I remind him of that. I'm like, remember when I thought you were Matt Vellner? He's like, yeah, that's a good one.
He's like, you're crazy. Stop talking.
It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I had to fess up to Kenzie Riley the other night when I interviewed her because I thought she was Jen Dancer.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, at the game, she was pushing a stroller.
Oh, okay.
And she had her hair up in the bun. And I was running up behind her, and I thought we had just interviewed Sam and Jen.
Yeah.
So I was running up to say hi, and I'm like, "Hey, Jen," and she turned around and goes, "I'm Kenzie Riley," and I was like, "Yes, you are."
Yes, you are.
I think I was with you. I think I remember that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I had to fess up to that when I interviewed her the other night. But yeah,
I'm getting really excited. So Scott, we'll be your chauffeur for the week once we get there. Because we got a car.
Yeah.
And I think you're on the way to the venue from us, like by a half a mile. So we're really close.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of people staying out where we're staying. It's like 10 minutes away and not in a pretty decent area, but the hotels were like half the price.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I can't wait.
Well, I got to ask you guys, who's your top three? Let's start with the women, top three women. That's probably the easiest one to do. At least the first two.
Tia, Laura, Emma.
Emma Carey. No, Emma. I know. I'm just kidding. Emma Tall.
I'm gonna go Tia, Emma, Alex.
I have Alex as number 4.
Mine is Laura, Tia, Alexis.
Ooh. Look at you. I
like where Alexis's head is. And watching what some of the stuff from TTT. Mm-hmm. She wore the leader's jersey last year and everybody kind of forgets that.
Yeah.
A lot of it. If she could have lifted a sandbag, she would have been podium last year.
Mm-hmm.
So what about on the men's side?
Roman, Ricky, Adler. What?
I got Ricky, Roman, Adler. No, sorry. Ricky, Roman,
Bellner.
No, who's the cute young blonde guy? What's his name?
Dallin
Pepper, yeah. Duh. Pepper. So Gerard.
So
Roman,
Jeff Adler wins the games and everybody says he can't do it again. The most well-rounded athlete out there. He can run, he can lift, he can do all the stuff. So Adler is my number 1.
Okay.
Ricky number 2, Pat Vellner number 3.
I would love that.
I hope you're right.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I really would.
He just always is. Like what?
Yeah.
Velner
deserves-
always
I
ends
mean-
up in that spot. Like, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting. I mean, it really is anybody's game, and I hope that we see a lot of shuffling, top 10, top 5 throughout the weekend. I'm just super excited for it.
I truly think the men's side is the deepest, great field we've ever seen at the games.
Yeah, I mean, it could go so many ways. I feel like
the winner.
It's gonna come
1 to 8.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to like mistakes made or injuries happening. I feel like.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because that's not fun to watch.
So we have some from the audience here. Kenneth DeLapp, Lowen, Lawson, Gazan. I think that's a hard
like
pick.
it.
Kenneth with the men, Dallin, Ricky, Justin. Dallin's not ready.
No.
Maybe that's the other way. 3rd, 2nd, 1st.
I have Justin in 4th.
Ricky.
And then Corey goes Ricky, and then Ricky. It has no. I was going to make a joke. I'm not going to make the joke.
Okay.
So okay. And then the teams are stacked.
They are stacked.
I know nothing about the teams.
Yeah.
So you have Peak 360 with Noah Olson, Mathilde Garness, Lana Helfrich. Is that right? No.
And Chandler? Is it Ricky and Chandler?
No, Tola.
Oh, Tola. Okay.
And then Chandler has his team with Mrs. Smith, Lauren Fisher, and Joshua El Chama.
Okay.
Let's not forget the Down Under team.
They're
Is Con going to be there?
Yeah. Con,
Newberry, Cara, and Emily DeRoy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm liking that.
And then there's Jamie Simmons. Amy.
What?
Jamie Simmons.
Yeah.
Elliot Simmons, Christoph Horvath, and somebody, Mia Hesketh.
I mean, how adorable are couple CrossFit people, teams?
Yeah.
Like, holy moly, that is the cutest. I love it.
I think it's cute.
I think it's adorable.
Denise Moore, Ricky, Roman, Justin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lena Richter. That's the one I always forget on Peak 360, who was Oslo Blue the last 2 years.
Got it.
Nice.
I used to be the biggest Noah hater in the world. And then I met him, and then I've been friends with him. I want him to get a gold so bad. And I can't believe I flipped this far to the other side.
Hey, how about the new announcement about the Fan Favorite Award?
Yeah, that's exciting.
Is it?
Popularity contest.
Yes, what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Somebody called like Homecoming Queen and King or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like how they're doing it. Like from now until Thursday, you vote, and then they whittle it down to the top 50, and then from Friday to Sunday, you vote. I think the voting should only happen like on Sunday. I think the games need to happen first for us to have like a favorite. Like who's voting on Friday night? Like unless, there's some dramatic, like the Capitol type scene.
Right.
And Rebecca Fuselier, does her thing, which she won't because she's not in it. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I would have engineered it a little bit differently, and that's all. But I'm an overthinker, so that's my job.
That has taken the place of Spirit of the Games as my least interested award ever.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's not like I like the concept of Spirit of the Games.
Yeah.
I just think in the last few years it's become a joke about who they pick.
Yeah. But I do. That's what I like. That's what I liked though about that. At least there was more input being considered for that. Like favorite, you know what I mean? Like because of that, it's like we would be like, why did they get it? Just because they got injured? Like Now we get to
Yeah, it's just going to be whoever has the most followers or whatever. And that, that's assuming that people are campaigning for themselves, which I don't see that happening. But
if you haven't seen, Andrew Hiller is campaigning for Duan Young, and wants to see her win it. And if
that would be
happens,
awesome.
then it's just a joke then, right? Like it's like American Idol. Like you pick someone way longer than you thought, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's his point. He's trying to make a point that it's stupid, probably.
If they do just go by Instagram followers, it's going to be Danny Spiegel.
Danny Spiegel, yeah.
I think Tia has more.
Oh, okay.
But with followers, you don't even know what's real and what's not.
Yeah. Who has voting followers?
So now we got Denise Moore coming in with Tia, Laura, Alexis. Kind of similar to mine. And then Corey, actually, my heart really wants Shelby Neal, Ariel Lowen, Alex Kazan.
Mm-hmm.
And on the men's side, his heart is picking Brandon Luckett, Travis Mayer, James Sprague.
No way, Mayer. No way.
I know, but he's awesome.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I was just talking to Kyle Ruth, who was saying that, TTT moved locations and they closed United Performance or not closed. TTT bought it. So now the gym and the training camp are one. But Travis was moving the whole weekend, like exhausted. He's the one that put the flooring down, the rig up, all that stuff. And now he's going to the games.
It's his version of a deload.
CJ says the whole games this year has a real Dunder Mifflin Company Sports Day vibe with Castro as Michael Scott.
I gotta love it.
That's amazing.
I gotta love it.
That's my pick for the fan vote comment of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I coach a guy named Michael Scott.
Do you really?
Yeah, he prefers to be called Mike, and I'm like, never. Michael Scott it is.
That's what she said.
Yep.
That's great.
And speaking of like fan votes of the week, I have talked to some athletes and I've printed off some pictures that we've gotten over the last couple of years, and I'm going to get them signed when we're at the games so that we can give them away on the show as prizes. I also have some mint trading cards, extra ones that I'm going to get those signed as well. And then those will be just giveaways that we do throughout the year. So I have like a really cool picture of Ariel like wrapped in the American flag.
Yeah.
On her podium last year. She's agreed to sign some of those.
Oh, cool.
And so then we'll give those away as prizes.
No, I do not get to coach the assistant to the assistant regional manager. I don't.
That's a good idea, Scott. Maybe I can take some of my favorite photos that I've taken and like get them printed before I leave on Thursday. That's a really good idea. I like that. It's also a way to get to talk to some of the athletes too,
Yeah.
I'm icebreaker.
So I've talked to all of these ahead of time, and there's no guarantee I'm going to see them, but I know like who they're with. And so I have like envelopes ready with a pen, pictures, the cards, and then I'll just hand the envelope to the person they have there. And that way, when they go back to the room, they can just hang out and do it in the evening.
Are you putting like a self-addressed stamped envelope on the outside so that you get it back? Or
they've all told me that they are going to get it back to me.
Okay.
I mean, because we're in the media room or in the media area so I'm sure people will find us.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna do that.
But I'm gonna keep
the idea.
I gave you the aerial one, but there's a lot that are a surprise, and so I'll keep those.
I won't be auctioning mine off, or I'll be keeping them for myself. But
it's a really good idea. But
maybe I'll get one of each, two of each, and I'll share them. But I don't know. I have some that I can think about, and like Danny Spiegel is actually one of my favorite pictures of her is her back with like her tattoo that she's got on the back, like the flowers, and it's like a close up, and there's even like Ellie Turner. I have a really good one. Ellie Turner. I know she'll be there, not competing, but she's got like all these beads of sweat on her face. It's like a close up, super detailed, and it's just like the coolest picture. I'm gonna I'm going to do that. Good
yeah, a
stuff.
lot of mine are from either eCaptures, who worked for us at West Coast Classic this year, or Rosie View Photography, who worked for us last year at the games.
Cool.
So
I love it.
better than anything I could take. Maybe.
I like the idea. And you could take some good pictures too.
So
Okay.
any last question for you guys, and then we'll get going, is any predictions on a workout announcement that we haven't already seen?
No.
I'm waiting for what's the weird movement upside down this year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for. Did you see Royce Dunn posted a video from Mayhem, and he had those little like hurdle hop things.
Yeah.
And he was they were sort of staggered in a line, and he had to step over them doing the handstand walking. And I thought that was interesting. And yeah, I don't know. What will the weird movement be? And it will be, it'll be prime time.
Yes.
Because
and then we'll be
like, oh
great.
God.
So
why are we televising this?
Is the weird movement a Boz thing, or is it a Dave thing? Because Dave's done all the individual programming. Boz did all the team.
There's been weird stuff in the past, and there was only one year that Dave wasn't doing it. So I imagine that he still has some influence on, and maybe not weird. Maybe weird's not the right word, but sort of
like when they would do the
unusual
handstand push-up, walk, handstand, walk,
kettlebell piercings from Corey Leonard. Got to be a max lift, right? I don't think they're doing a clean ladder, so
that's going to be the fun one, I think.
Amanda variations.
I mean, maybe they're going to do some weird ring tricks on the rings.
Remember handstand push-ups on the rings?
If they bring back the ring handstand push-ups,
what a shit show.
Yeah,
that was
especially after the Olympics being on. We don't want to highlight that.
No, that not on ESPN, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'll get laughed off we will. Yeah, off the camera.
Amanda with burpee ring muscle ups.
Oof.
Heavy, Amanda.
Speaking of ring muscle ups, Amy, how's your progress?
Still, nope, still don't have them. Still working on them.
Okay.
But
we did. Go ahead.
I was going to say, most of the time when I work on them on Sundays, we are not even attempting muscle ups. We're mostly doing holds, like here, to build up just that last piece.
You know how we started this show with the former Green Beret who does sets of 10 ring muscle ups. He got his first muscle up by getting a pulley system where he hooked rings to the pulley.
Yeah, I have those, yeah.
And he just kept adding kettlebells to the other end of the rope. And he would just do the movement and build the strength.
That's an interesting. Yeah. I love it.
So his first ring muscle up was strict.
Okay. That's probably will be mine.
And so
we got to go to Power Monkey.
I have one. I have that.
No, and we have to go to
do
the thing.
Yeah.
We have to go. Save our money or have someone sponsor us to go. Corey really wants to, Amanda.
Yeah. Corey was in that interview with the guy, and he was like, I'm 47 and I can't even string 10 muscle ups together.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
all right. Are we going to talk about my level 1, or are we going to do that next time?
No, go. Level 1.
So I took my level 1 this weekend. No, I didn't need to take it, but it's part of the CEU process to renew your level 3. So I'm coming up on my second 3-year renewal of my level 3. I've actually had my level 3 since 2018.
That's awesome.
It's like a long time.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I needed the CEUs, and I called in a favor from some friends at HQ, and I got hooked up with a seminar. So I went last weekend. It was the hottest. So when I took my level 1, it was in December, and when I took my level 2, it was probably October. I don't actually recommend taking level 1 in a non-air conditioned gym in the summer, because it is not pleasant for anyone. Here's my takeaways. It was small. There was only about 30 of us. my first level 1, there were 60 of us easily. 5 or 6 seminar staff. This was just 3, 1 flow master, two other staff, and the other staff were pretty junior. You know, the one guy was pretty much the demonstrator person, and then the other gal was like her 3rd seminar. So it was like a kind of an immature group. I was telling Amy before, I remember when I took my first level 1, I wanted to be on seminar staff. Like, I left that weekend being like, I want their job. They are so cool and like energetic and, you know, whatever. And I didn't get that feeling this time around. I don't know, maybe it's because I've just been around the space for so long, and I'm sure there were other people that were just excited. I felt like an asshole because I was the only one not taking notes the whole time. Like, everyone's like, every time they write something on the whiteboard, everyone's like on their notebooks, and I'm just kind of like.
Did you have to take the test?
Yeah, I took the test.
Okay.
The test wasn't easy.
No,
I got a couple questions wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to say that, but it was very much, you know, I give credit to anyone that passes it, right? Because it reminded me, it gave me a little bit of PTSD from the level 3, like those questions, the way they're worded, and some of the specificity that they ask about, and a lot of it, some of it wasn't completely covered in lecture, right? You had to read that manual to get it. So yeah, it was fun though. I'm so sore. I mean, your girl has not been fitnessing lately, and so those breakout sessions of front squats and overhead squats and medicine ball cleans and all that were a challenge. And the cat was not out of the bag until like the second half of the second day that I was a level 3. So as soon as that happened at lunch, I had like 6 people coming around me at lunch, asking me all these questions, like, you know, oh, you know, how did you do that? And where's your gym? And I felt like a real jerk saying that, you know, I had to unaffiliate the gym that wasn't actually affiliated anymore. And that kind of sucked. But it was, you know, I'm definitely reinvigorated. I came back Monday morning and I coached my ass off.
Yeah.
You know, more so than I had, which I really needed. So I think that was good, but it was, you know, it was a good weekend. Super hot. Just, ugh. It's a really badly written test. It's just, CJ, it's very specific, right? You have to really, you can't just kind of browse the question and pick your answer. You have to read the question and understand the question, what they're asking. Because a lot of times it's like all the answers are right, but there's like a best answer.
Yeah.
And some people, I know if I go quickly, I just see the question. I see the first thing is like, oh, yep, that's it. And it's like, oh, no, wait, slow down. Do that. So yeah, it was good. It was a good experience.
Awesome.
I was happy to take it again.
Yeah, the first time I took the L1, there was like 80 people there. It felt like
it used to be huge. Yeah.
And then it felt like 160 because the person beside me was so nervous. She was shaking all the chairs.
Because Julie Fouché was there.
That's so cool. Real quick too, guys, and then I have to run. I had to look up my CFID online to register for the test, you know, and I just went on my phone and looked, and I pulled up my athlete dashboard, and it said, you know, that I was in the open last year under the affiliate of CrossFit Clarity. And then in parentheses next to it, it says departed.
Weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I started to cry a little bit. I was like, I have to earn $4,500 and I have to get my affiliate back, because that made me really sad when I saw that. CrossFit Clarity departed.
Yeah.
Like,
two things to finish the show. Corey, where's your affiliate? Oh yeah, funny story about that. And then Kenneth DeLapp, the cat's out of the bag, should be the name of a weekly segment.
Hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
With that,
all right,
thank
guys.
you everybody for being here. It's fun as always. You guys in the chat make this show what it is. We'll see everybody probably this weekend live from Fort Worth. See you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.